Hello everybody, my name is Jacob and I'm a reference assistant at Pure Book Library's North Branch, and today we're going to be talking about how to make a bottle car. So some of these supplies you'll need for a bottle car you might be able to find at home, but then there's a few things that not everybody has at home. So if you find, as I go off of this list, to list off different things you need to build a bottle car, that you don't have these things at home, you can actually come on out to the North Branch and I'll make sure that you get those materials so that you can enjoy this STEM project as well. So the different things you'll need a plastic water bottle. You'll need duct tape. It can be preferably, hopefully, different colors, but if you just have plain duct tape, that works just fine as well. You need 2 straws. You need a balloon, a skewer, 4 bottle caps, a razor blade, scissors, a ruler, and hot glue. So if you don't have any of those things, like I said, feel free to come out to the library and we'll work something out and get you those materials for you, specifically the North Branch. So to start off, like I said, we need to build a bottle car, you obviously need a water bottle. It doesn't have to be a water bottle, but we have a bunch of water bottles here, so that's what we're going to use today. So to start off, what you want to do, you want to take your razor blade. So I just have this one, and you're going to make a little slit right here. So you make a slit into your water bottle and cut it, let's say just about a rectangle or a square, not too big, maybe ½ an inch to an inch. And alright. So as you can see right here, I made a little hole so I can stick my finger through it now. So that's what you want to do first, because then what you'll do is you'll take your straw and eventually you are going to put it through like this right there, and that's what's going to propel your bottle car forward. So we'll get there in a moment. So now that we got that out of the way, we'll move on to the next thing we'll need to do. So the next thing we'll want to do is we'll take a balloon and then your straw. So you want to wrap around you just want to put your straw in your balloon, and what I kind of did to give it a little bit more of a suction is I squished this part and then bent it back so that it wraps completely around it. And so I have some blue duct tape here that I'll take next. And for me, I found this was the best way with our resources to make sure that there's no air that gets out. And then you'll just take it, you'll put a little bit on the straw and then the rest on the balloon to form that suction so that no air gets out. Just wrap it around real tight. Alright, so at this point you want to test to see if there's any air coming out. So you'll just blow into it. And so right now I can hear that there's air coming out from where the duct tape is. So I just take another small piece of duct tape and wrap it around it one more time. Make sure it's nice and tight, and let's try that again. So there we go. So it's starting to hold air now. So, as you can see, we'll go back over this. So, this is what you can do with that, and so that's what it will look like so far. So we're going to take out the straw for now, put it to the side, but we're going to hold on to our bottle. And what we're going to do next is take our second straw. And so, with this straw, we're going to go ahead and measure. What I did, you can decide what's best for you. I measured about 1.5 inches out. So 1.5 inches out, so roughly about here. And I cut that. And you want to cut two pieces of your straw. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of 1.5 inches of straw. So once I did that, I'm going to take one of those pieces, and so where my hole was, right here, I'm going to just on the opposite side, right here, on the opposite side of my bottle, I'm going to place this like that. But of course, it's not going to hold itself there, so we're going to get a little tape. I'm going to take some red tape now. And just like about a square will do just fine. So I'll find that again. And then you'll press it like that. So then right now it looks like just a square. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to take your scissors, you're going to cut slits along all 4 sides, like that. And what this does, it kind of allows it to smooth out the edges and make sure that your straw is connected to the bottle a little better. And of course, duct tape's a little hard to cut with a pair of scissors, but you can do it still. So now, as you can see, I wrapped it up like that, so then it looks like that. So here's the straw, and then I secured it with all this duct tape. And so we'll get to why we need that straw there in a moment. So then we'll repeat the process on the bottom. And for the bottom part, you just do it right below it on the same side. Really, this really acts as, like if you're driving a car, you always have that middle piece between the tires. That's what this is going to be. We've got our square. We're going to cut all 4 sides again. And then we press those down. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like when you get done with all that. So now we're going to set this aside. And the next step that we have in building our car, I tried a few different things when I was making my own bottle car. And what I found the easiest and best way to keep the car moving, because a lot of things weigh down a car, especially that's made out of a bottle, is taking, so I took a skewer right here, and I measured it out to 3.5 and cut it with scissors. So I made 2 pieces that are 3.5, and those are what you see in front of me right here. And I took some super glue, and I filled it in right here, so it acts as a base, the super glue, and it's really light compared to other things. I tried to keep the wheel and the skewer together, and this seemed to work the best. So with this, I just put the bottle cap down, and then took my 3.5 inch of a skewer, like this, and I just filled it up, kind of like, not all the bottle cap, but to get a good base. A lot of bottle caps have a seal inside, and that's kind of where I measured. I filled that inner seal up to make a good base for it. And then that actually takes maybe 1 minute to 2 minutes to actually dry. So that's why I went ahead and did that ahead of time. So like that. And then so once you have both of these dry, you'll take Alright, sorry everybody about that technical difficulty. However, we'll continue. So where we left off was just saying, so I went ahead and, because it takes so long for the glue to dry, I went ahead and did that ahead of time. And so the next step that you do is you take your bottle and you take your skewer and your bottle cap. And you just push it through your straw like that. And then so you do that for both of these. And then you'll take some more super glue and fill in that inner circle, like I said earlier, and you'll place it on both of those. And you'll want to sit it on its side for this. And then once you fill up the super glue, you let it sit there for about a minute to 2 minutes. And once it's all dried up, it'll eventually, and then also, you'll go ahead and stick your straw in once it's all dried up, like that. And so when it's all done, it'll look and function just like this one right here. So I made this one ahead of time, and so I'll show you how it works real quick. So basically, you go like this, you blow into this end of it and blow up your balloon. You'll pinch it, you set it on the ground, make sure the wheels are straight, and then it goes towards you. And that's how that works. So if you are excited and you want to build one of these yourself, but you don't have the materials, feel free to come in the North Branch and we'll make sure you have all those materials taken care of. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful, and I hope that you have balloon-propelled bottle cars soon at your house as well.